ahí lo tiene Maradona, lo marcan dos, pisa la pelota Maradona, arranca por la derecha el genio del fútbol mundial, y es el tercer gol para Borruchaga, siempre Maradona, genio, genio, genio,
Diego Armando Maradona.
En Argentina, su país natal, es conocido como Dios. Con la pelota al pie, un genio. Pero a veces los genios no son perfectos y no hay mejor ejemplo que el de Diego Armando Maradona.
Creo que no va a haber otro Maradona, de esto no tengo ninguna duda.
Hizo el clic de la droga, vinieron a mejorar el mundo y mirá cómo estamos. Mi mamá dice que soy mejor yo.
Diego Armando Maradona was born in Buenos Aires, Argentina, Dique Luján, in 13 on October 1960. He was soccer player from Argentina. Is a greatest in the history of the soccer. When he was 9, began his love with the soccer. When he was an infantile player in the Cebuitas team, the people that plays named him El Pelusa. Maradona's father, called Don Diego, treated the Estrella Roja team, where Maradona played. Diego Armando Maradona was fifth son of the 8 born. For married the Doña Tota and Don Diego. They lived in humility in Villafiorito neighborhood in south of Buenos Aires, in a house that Don Diego made it for himself.
His professional sport career began when he was hired for the Argentine juniors at the age of 15, where he spent 5 seasons, obtaining the record of being the top scorer in the Argentine Championship 5 consecutive times. With that potential, many teams want to hire him, until in 1981, the soccer genius decided on Boca Juniors, because it was one of his favorite teams since he was a child. Boca Juniors had won the championship that same year. At the end of his contract with the Blues, and in that moment be the most appreciated player, he was hired by Barcelona for 7 million euros, where he played for 2 years and won the King's Cup and the League Cup. The Argentine player was playing his first World Cup, in which he scored 2 goals in the second game. But he was expelled after a kick to Batista, a Brazilian player. Returning to Barcelona, after drug problems, disputes with the team manager, Maradona decides to retire from Barcelona, going to Napoli for 8 million euros in 1984. This was the best moment for Maradona, and it's not for nothing. Here he made the famous Hand of God and the goal of the century in the same match against England.
A Borruchaga de 8 y a Valdano de 7. La pelota va para Maradona. Maradona puede tocar para Enrique. Siempre Maradona es un drible. Se va entre 3. Siempre Diego. Genial, genial, genial. Tocó para Valdano. Entró Maradona. Con el 200. ¡Gol! ¡Gol! Diego Armando Maradona entró a buscar después de una jugada maravillosa, un rechazo para atrás, saltó con la mano para mí, para convertir el gol, saltando la pelota por arriba de Peter Shilton. El línea no lo advirtió, el árbitro lo vigió, lo vio desesperadamente, mientras los ingleses entregaban todo tipo de justificadas protestas para mí. El gol. Chupo para Enrique. Enrique enganche, le va a tocar para Diego. Ahí la tiene Maradona, lo marcan 2, pisa la pelota Maradona. Arranca por la derecha el genio del fútbol mundial. Y es el tercero, va a tocar para Borruchaga, siempre Maradona. Genio, 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 ta, 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 ta. más por Argentina 2, Inglaterra 0.
Maradona had won the World Cup, the most important and the most appreciated cup. All Argentina danced and sang for that beautiful victory. Maradona had won the maximum cup. In this World Cup, Argentina don't won, but yes, the second place. Argentina was defeated by Germany in the final for 1 goal. After 1 year, in 1991, the famous player ended his contract with Napoli and returned to Argentina, his native country. He played for the Newell's Old Boys for 1 year and in Boca Juniors for 2 years before retiring from the soccer in 1997.
¿Conoces a Diego Armando Maradona?
Sí, es un jugador argentino. En mi opinión, el segundo mejor futbolista de la historia.
¿Qué te parece Diego Maradona en tu opinión?
Puede que Diego Armando Maradona haya cometido muchos errores en su vida. Cometió muchos errores, pero al momento de vestirse con su selección, de jugar a la pelota, era donde se ponía serio y cambiaba toda su forma de ser. Hacía todo lo posible para que su equipo gane, y más cuando jugaba su selección.
¿Y qué te parece en el ámbito personal?
Como dije, es una persona que cometió muchos errores, pero al momento de jugar a la pelota, era el mejor. Y como los argentinos lo llaman, dicen la famosa frase: no me importa lo que hiciste con tu vida, sino lo que hiciste con las nuestras.
¿Significó algo para ti?
Sí, vi su serie y ahí se ve como desde chiquito era muy bueno jugando a la pelota. Nació de un lugar un poco pobre. Era una persona que no le gustaban las injusticias. Ayudó mucho a sus compañeros en el Barcelona y ayudó mucho a la ciudad de Nápoles cuando fichó por el club de Nápoles.
¿Qué te pareció su muerte?
Fue muy triste, me impactó. Estaba en shock durante una semana. No lo podía creer que una persona tan grande en el sentido futbolístico haya muerto.
Ok, gracias.
Maradona says in an interview, "I has lived the drugs bad. I could did it if I will back in the time. I has will do it, but the time don't back. But yes, I am rigged of consume drugs."
Considered the best player of the soccer history. With 60 years old, did for his estate heal problems of the drugs. Suffered cardiorespiratory arrest at Tiger House after his hip operation, becoming a global trend. But his facts now succeeding to people with his personality to the thousand lovers of soccer. His career reconciles the amazing games and a reserve facility for the game Gambetta. And like it, so life and heart.
Diego Maradona was and is an icon from this soccer. This is a case for this love, passion and dedication for this sport. His fanatics always were for respected him, also support him. With the drugs consumed at the end, they reset him. And in these last days, he was to come back the time, but he won a great in the soccer.